Hey, what's up? It's Dave here from the Matt and Dave Show, thanking you for listening and reminding you to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you hear. I think you will, but you know, I'm biased.
He's Dave, I'm Matt, and this is the Matt and Dave Show. Welcome once again as we break down all of the things that happened in the world that you might not have been a part of this week because you didn't have time, because you have lives and we don't. So we just wrap it all up here for you.
Do we not have lives?
I mean,
Are we
do.
establishing
We
that
do.
fact? I have a reasonable amount of life.
We do, but you know,
Ish.
how else do you explain all this stupid shit that we talk about all the time?
That is
We
a good
care about.
point. That is a good point.
But obviously, they care about it too because they're listening.
That's true. That's true.
So thank you for caring about the stupid shit we care about.
To the dozen and dozen of Matt and Dave Show fans at home.
Hey, we're growing an audience. All right. Because it used to be just like one or two, and now it's a dozen.
Well, I mean, I guess...
Is it a baker's dozen?
No.
Yeah.
I guess we could... Because I was trying to think of a way to, like, kind of quantify that. Like, how they amplify it to the millions and millions, you know,
Sure.
but, like, to the couple... I guess the couple would probably be...
couple
to the
probably be better.
couple... To the couple of Matt and Dave Show fans at home. What's up?
That was good.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah.
Well, now that we got that out of the way.
I should put some like effects on that in post. Just
Oh,
to,
jeez.
to the couple. Dong dong.
You don't need effects, though.
No, it's
You
true.
do it pretty well on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, effects would heighten it, of course.
They
but-
would. They would. Yeah. It's really just for color.
Right.
Just for color.
Right.
It's just to spice things up a little.
Yep.
Just to make it fun.
Well, it is 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. It's really soon. I'm really excited about this Friday because it comes out to theaters.
Oh, is that this Friday?
And I will be there. Well, I don't know when I'll be there, actually, to tell you the truth. Because I promised the kid I would take him to see it.
You can
He's
probably
not
see it twice.
home this weekend.
Oh.
So, I don't know. Friday night he has practice. So we could go. Or, I'm sorry, Thursday night he has practice. So we could go Thursday night. But it's like a 2.5-hour movie.
Yeah.
And 5:30 comes pretty early.
Oh, dude.
So
Oh.
I don't know.
Be the cool dad.
I
That
mean,
seems
I
like
could be
cool
the
dad.
No, it has nothing to do with cool dad.
It seems like cool dad.
I don't care. I'm talking about me. I don't want to be up till like 12:30 and then have to go home and go to bed and wake up 5 hours later.
Yeah.
I mean, kids only got to go to school for like 6 hours. I got a like 9-hour workday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know?
That is true.
That's crazy. But I mean, you know, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I just don't know if I'm looking forward to it that much. That's like Star Wars crazy.
Yeah.
We did Star Wars. We did, what did we do? The Force Awakens at midnight on that?
We did, yep.
Or was it 10?
It might have
10 or
been the
midnight?
10.
I don't remember.
I don't know either.
I'm sure that we'll do the Last Jedi around the same time as well.
Yeah. No, that seems fair.
Yeah.
But
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
You know what I was really surprised about?
What were you surprised?
So if you're following the Matt and Dave Facebook page, you would have seen that there was a photo shoot of a little kid in the Pennywise costume.
It's so creepy.
It's creepy. And that's what I was surprised about because I shared it with you first.
Right.
And you did not respond. Because I know that like kids like creep you out.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Scary kids like creep you out. Not like kids in general. Like you're like kids.
Dead kids.
Dead kids, exactly.
It's dead, like kid ghosts.
Right, kid ghosts,
specifically,
right,
are just kind of
exactly,
creepy to me.
But like a
twins
kid,
in The Shining, shit like that.
Right. Red rum.
Yeah.
Red rum.
He's even like the kid's not scary. It's the fucking twins
Sure.
in that show.
Did you see Woman in Black?
I did not see Woman in Black.
Dude, just stay away from that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like a?
A lot of dead kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a fucking, I think it was like a Verizon commercial or something that was actually making fun of the trope, like
yeah,
the
I
dead kids
that.
trope.
Mhm.
That kind of creeped me out a
Yeah, I
little.
know.
Like it's that level for me. I'm like, I'm not into
Well,
this.
that being said, like I really figured that the kid Pennywise would kind of creep you out too.
No, did not bother me at
Oh,
all
well,
because
all right,
he's not dead. He's
Right.
just a kid in makeup.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
I mean
true.
the makeup, and I think,
But to use that against you, Dave, the actual kids that you're afraid of aren't dead either. They're just in makeup.
yeah, I know. But the idea of the dead kids, yes, I realize that.
So the idea of a child clown doesn't bother you.
Yeah, no,
A child evil clown doesn't bother
No,
you.
that's
Okay.
fine. It's cute. It's adorable.
All right.
But
Georgie with his red, with his yellow.
oh yeah, that's terrifying. Yeah, you'll float too. That's fucking creepy to me.
You'll float
You
too.
float too. Yeah, that's terrifying.
I'm so excited.
That's terrifying.
I
But
think
yeah,
it's gonna be good.
the kid in the makeup, that's great. I thought that was just wonderfully well done.
It was, wasn't it? He nailed the look too.
He
I was
did.
Like, he's into character, man.
Well, it made me realize just how truly creepy that makeup job is.
Yeah.
Like when you put it on a kid and you're still like, oh God, that's awful.
Yeah.
Like that's really, I mean, that just, and it's the smile that goes through the eyes.
Yeah, that goes up to the eyes.
Yeah, like
through the eyes.
eyes. Like I'm like, oh God, why is nobody? That's awful. Like that's truly just some next level shit.
I am. So we always talk about like the trailers and how much we watch and how much we want spoiled. I've stayed away from a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Some of the stuff you can't stay away from.
Yeah.
Which is very true about the Force Friday, which we'll get to.
Okay. All right. All right.
Oh man, I'm so peeved.
Oh.
Well, I'm not peeved.
All right.
But yeah, so I managed to stay away from a lot of stuff, but I like the little teeny bits that I've been fed. I really like the kind of creepy childlike voice that what's his face has, Bill Skarsgård. No.
Oh, I haven't heard his voice yet.
It's like a really like kid like voice that he does.
Right.
Like it's not like the Tim Curry version, obviously, and,
Right.
and it shouldn't be. It should be something completely different. And I think that it is. I think the look is different. I think the way that he approaches it is different, and I am very excited. I think it's actually going to be good. From the few reviews that have come out so far, people have said that it is like one of the best Stephen King adaptations ever.
That's good. That's good.
Some people are saying that it's their favorite movie of the year.
Really?
Mm-hmm. People are saying that it is terrifying, that it is scary, and obviously everybody has their own, measure of what is scary, what isn't.
Right. Everybody has their own metric.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be great.
I love the idea of this, and I love that they're, because it wasn't an established movie already. I mean, it's a very iconic miniseries.
Yeah, people say that it's a reboot. It's not a reboot.
Yeah. But I love that I love that they're taking a very different approach to it, other than, what the miniseries was. Like, they're not trying to just recast a Tim Curry type in it. Like, they're really going, what seems, again, I haven't seen this yet, in a very different type of direction with it. Like, and they're still splitting it into two movies, right? Hypothetically?
They're doing this one, which is them as kids.
Yes.
The theory is if it does well, and everybody thinks that it will, and I think that it's actually been approved, and they're writing the script now, they will do the sequel, the second part, which is them as adults.
The adults. Okay, all right.
Coming back 27 years later, which is funny. So that's part of the book, right?
Yes.
So this evil
and the series.
Yes. The evil comes back every 27 years.
Yeah.
Guess what this year is?
It's the 27th year from
27th year from when the miniseries came out. Isn't that like, it's almost like, I know that they didn't plan it that way because they've been talking about doing this movie forever.
Right.
And there's no way that they would just let it out and kept working on it and said, hey, we're going to wait till 2017.
Yeah.
Now, it is possible the closer they got, they did, because I think they finished shooting like a year and a half ago.
Oh, did they really?
I think so.
No, it's possible.
I could be wrong. But it just kind of adds to that like level of creepiness. Like,
sure.
Yeah, it's been 27 years. And,
oh, that'd be cool. It'd be cool if they had like Harry Anderson cameos or something.
Is he still around?
Harry Anderson?
Is he?
He ain't dead. He's probably down to work.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, it's weird. Like Harry Anderson, I think, has this kind of like ping pong career between being a magician
and Annette O'Toole.
OMF.
Yeah.
Who else was in that fucking series?
John Ritter.
Yeah. Oh, that's not going to work out as well.
God, Seth Green was one of the kids.
Yeah, he was one of the kids. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
But that wouldn't work as...
No.
Yeah.
Let's see. Who else was in that?
But he was one of the kids in the 50s.
Yeah.
Or the... whatever it was.
Yeah. It was the 50s then. It's going to be the 80s now.
Yeah, it'd be the 80s now.
It's although it should be 90s unless they're going to do the sequel in 2007.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
I don't know. They probably aren't going to do anything.
I don't know. 80s feels closer. I mean, I guess you could do like early 80s and get closer to like the vibe of that old town. I mean, 90s, we had a lot of technology in the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you could do the early 80s, and like Stranger Things does well with that. Like,
they do really well with it.
It's technology, but it's not technology. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's so weird that the 80s technology feels so limiting now.
Right.
Like
well,
you're like,
because our technology now is so.
no, but I mean, but like, you know, when you're in the 80s, oh my God, it's sci-fi. We can do so many things, and now you're like, oh my God, how did we do anything?
I look at movie making in the same way.
Yeah.
Like, how did they do half of that shit back then? Like,
yeah.
Wow.
It just makes it so like those 60s movies where they pull off these just amazing practical effects. I saw a do you ever watch CinemaSins?
Oh, from time to time.
So if you guys don't know what CinemaSins is, where they just go through a movie and they point out all the flaws in kind of a snarky, funny-ish type of way. You know, they kind of nitpick a movie, kind of like what we do, but probably better and more
do it
focused.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not focused at all.
Yeah, we're so not focused.
We're all over the fucking map.
Yeah, and they have multiple takes and they don't do it all in one fell swoop.
Oh, maybe we should do that.
Yeah. Well, so they did Citizen Kane.
Oh,
they
shit.
did a CinemaSin of Citizen Kane, and you know they're like
they couldn't.
No, they could. They could. There's plot wise.
Wasn't there one where they're like, yeah, we can't do anything.
Well,
there's nothing.
They do some of it, like, you know, because plot wise that movie's all over the fucking place.
Sure,
it really is. But like, because they'll take off sins for things that they think are really, really good.
Okay.
And one of the things that he talks about is like the fly-in camera shot that goes through the broken glass, and he's like, a fucking fly-in camera shot through broken glass in like 1948. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Like, that's impressive. That's really, really impressive to pull off. Like, you don't think about that now, like, just because it's so easy to just kind of CGI your way out of it. But
right.
Like, I mean, I don't even think they had the what are those, the gimbals? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know if they even had those in the 40s. Like, it was just fucking tripods and hope. Mm-hmm. Tripods and hope, and this dude was doing some crazy shit back then.
Yeah, that's one of the things that really, one of the reasons why I really loved Universal when I was younger was because, like, you got to see a lot of that, like how they did, like, you know, like the writing of the bomb in what was that Hitchcock movie?
Dr. Strangelove.
Yes. No, that wasn't.
You said the writing of the bomb?
Yeah, I'm thinking of. I am thinking of Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of. Oh man, there's a movie.
That's a Kubrick movie too.
Yeah, that's a Kubrick movie. There's a movie that he did where that takes place. The climax takes place at the Statue of Liberty, and somebody falls off the Statue of Liberty. So like you got to recreate that.
Really?
Yeah, like it was the end of the Hitchcock tour.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I don't remember.
I know that you remember the Hitchcock tour.
I do remember the Hitchcock tour. We've talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that on the show. But like that was one of the things I really loved is like seeing like how those practical effects worked and like how they did everything and like how the camera went up and made you look like you were going down.
Oh yeah.
All that stuff.
Have you seen and it's sad, but really the commercials, the what are the fucking the Old Spice commercials? Where the look at me now, look at your woman, look back at me. Mm-hmm. Those commercials use like the practical effects in that are insane because they do it all in one take. Yep. And it's all like twisting of the camera and flying into the props and stuff like that.
It's so funny because that's how they used to have to do it all the time.
Yeah.
And now we're like so like amazed by it.
Well,
because nobody does it anymore.
Right. They don't do it anymore. But I mean, and the cool thing about it is now with like a lot of the more robotic technology that's coming out, it's so much easier to like, pan out these cameras. You don't have to have some fat dude on the fucking counterweights like heaving and hoving like, oh my God, I gotta do this, Jesus, I'm dead.
That would be me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean you can do it all, robotically now, which is super, super cool. And it's this weird, it's like, everything that's old is new again because you can do it in a completely different way. But there's a behind the scenes YouTube video, and I'll share it. I don't think I've ever actually shared it on the page, where they show the
I've never seen it.
Yeah, so it's a split screen. It shows the commercial as it is seen on TV, and then a third camera of how it's actually shot. And it's him, they just twist the camera, when he's laying down, he's standing up, he's laying down, it's just them twisting the camera and flying all these things in front of him and pulling like articles of clothing off him remotely and, it's just a series of fly-ins, and it's fucking amazing.
That's cool.
And it's a commercial. Like, they're
Right.
doing all of this just for a 30-second spot to sell you fucking deodorant.
And it works.
Yeah.
And you know that it's Old Spice.
Yeah.
And brand awareness.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah. No, I dig it. I
Spend your
absolutely
millions
dig
of dollars if, you have two idiots talking about your brand on their podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's well
You reached
done.
at least 12 people.
That's a 12 to the couple of people at
Actually,
home.
if you include both of us, it's 14 people.
14 people. It's not. That's not as exciting.
No, it's really
Because
not.
it's actually 13 because I know you don't listen.
I don't. I can't, dude. Seriously, like,
No, it's fine.
I live it, so I don't have to go back and listen to it.
I
did.
live
I
it.
like the first couple of shows that we did. I went
What
back
are you,
and listened,
fucking
like,
Tupac? I live
okay.
it.
I live it. I live it. I live it. I don't have to.
Easy there, Chris Wallace. I
Seriously.
get it. I fucking live it.
I've lived it.
You've lived it. You're
Isn't there a movie like at the end the guy's like, I don't need to see it. I've lived it.
no, I think you should write it.
Like I think wasn't it Last Action Hero or something like that? The kid's like, I don't need
No.
to see that movie. I lived it. I don't know. I feel that's something that I did. Are you gonna go see it?
You're damn right I'm going to go see it, and it terrifies me. I
Really?
really, like...
I want to see it with you to see your reaction.
Oh, my God. Like, I don't see scary movies. I
Okay.
just don't. I don't see them.
Sure.
But I hate jump scares.
Yeah, me too.
I fucking, like, and most scary movies are just
That's all they are these days.
jump scares. It's just a jump scare fest and whatever. I really, against my fucking inner coward, my inner Shaggy,
You've
my
gotta
inner
see
Scooby,
it.
I want to see it. I
You
really
have to.
do.
You
but
have to.
like, I'm really overriding a lot of programming right now to do it because it really does absolutely, like, the idea of seeing this and the fucking nightmares I'm sure it will give me
Right.
terrify me beyond reproach.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, the fucking, just the You'll Float too.
And that's one of the reasons why I don't want to see it Thursday night because I don't want to watch it and then go home and then have to go to bed. Because I ain't too proud to say that I will be a little scared to go to sleep and have the lights off. I'll be sleeping with my lights on,
dude. Oh,
That's why I gotta go
God.
sit in the middle of the day.
Oh yeah, like in my living room in the middle of the day, all the lights on,
All the blinds open.
a bunch of people around me,
Right, exactly.
like some friends and family around me, like a real safe space viewing.
That one's definitely a theater one for me. I'm going to see that one in the theaters.
Because I have a hard time playing like scary video games by myself.
yeah.
Have I told you any of these stories
No,
about me like fucking like shitting my pants and screaming at video games?
No.
Oh my God.
Now, wait. Before you tell the stories, I just want to put it out there that some of those scary video games, they're really...
They're legitimately scary.
They're legitimately scary.
Yeah.
Like, they'll... I mean, a lot of them are jump scares, but...
Right.
They get the... especially if you're wearing your headphones
Yes,
while you're
it's
playing.
the headphones, it's
Right.
the isolation
So
and
you
the
get the
full
surround
like,
sound,
yeah.
you're isolated, like, you're in a room.
It's the full immersion.
It's the full
effect.
immersion. Okay,
yeah.
so
and
go.
the illusion of control.
Now that we've
well.
set the scene, so
Yeah.
people aren't going, video games, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
No, they're you gotta...
Yeah,
I mean,
like
it's-
headphones on, like
Yeah.
Doom 3 headphones
Right.
on is fucking terrifying.
Exactly.
It's absolutely, and it's built to be terrifying. And the funny thing, and I use Doom 3 just because it's probably I haven't played Doom 4 yet, but at the time it was like the best visual representation of it. Like it looked good and it looked scary, and it's a shooter. Like you're just, there to blow some shit up.
Is Doom supposed to be scary?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought it was more just like an action game.
Well, it is and it isn't. Like there's some like scary parts to it, and because it was one of the first, like that and Wolfenstein 3D would use the sound to kind of like get you, like bang bang bang, like you open a door and there's something right there behind it, like the first to use that kind of jump scare technique. And there's a part even in the intro of the game where you're just kind of walking through before the game starts, where they put a guy like back into the left of a door that goes, "Hey," and you're like, "Fuck, damn it, damn it, damn it," because you know what's coming. Like it's a scary game, and they fucking play on your insecurity like
Right.
really early on. You're like, "Oh, come on, man, that's just mean spirited." I played a lot of there's an Alienverse Predator game where you could play as the aliens, you play as the Predators, and you can play as the Marines.
Right.
And it's three very, very different games. Like the Predators, you're kind of a badass and it's just a hunting type of thing.
Yeah.
Aliens, it's a little scarier and more strategic because you're literally like, you start the game off as a face hugger.
Oh,
And
wow.
you
Okay,
have to like hide in the ductwork and stuff like that and
Yeah.
really plan. It's like more like a stealth game
Yeah.
for the most part because you're only one alien. The human marine is fucking terrifying.
Because you have both of them hunting.
Yeah, you have both of them hunting you, and that uses that fucking brim, 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 and it's all motion detector, and they play off on that, and they'll have like little like giant moths that will like trigger the motion thing,
right.
And you have a finite amount of ammo, and you hear cling, cling, you're like fuck, 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 and you're like, brap, and it's it's got that fucking wonderful pulse rifle sound
right.
and shit like that. So and again, playing on your insecurities because it knows that it's a terrifying game,
right?
As you're coming in as the Space Marines, you get that little hut, you're coming in through the fucking the LV 426 ductwork and shit like that, and a fucking pipe bursts right in front of you with that looks like the alien head with the and two hoses start spraying around and gives you that fucking shit and you like fucking shoot at it because you're terrified. Because you know you're gonna fight aliens,
right.
So it gives you a fake alien that fucking jump scares you, right. And you shoot at it.
Right.
You absolutely shoot at it because you don't know. You don't fucking know. Oh, and it's so great that they just play upon your your insecurity, and they know that you're a knowledgeable person playing this game.
Right.
They kind of turn into the Skid that way, where they know you're going to know a little something about it, mm-hmm. So they'll give you a couple false flags going through it. Oh, it's great, man. It's a cool experience, and that is as far as I've ever gotten in that game.
At the beginning?
Just the beginning. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. We're good.
I'm done.
I don't need
out.
to do this.
Check it out.
Sorry. Later. And I actually only played like 2 levels of Doom by myself.
Oh, jeez.
I had to like hack a co-op game. I'm like, just someone play this game with me.
Man, you're really pussy when it comes to this stuff.
Dude, I am terrified.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
But have you done it? Like, have you played any of these games like that?
No. I mean, no. I've like seen some walkthroughs and stuff, but I've never played any of them.
Yeah. Even like now they have the VR horror games, which are even far more like I've seen people like friends of mine that are like really good about this type of thing. He noped the fuck out.
Right.
Like halfway, like took off his goggles. He's like, I'm good.
So do you not do like haunted houses and stuff like that?
Oh, I love haunted houses.
Do you really? So what's the difference?
I kind of, having worked in theme parks and stuff like that, I could smell it. I understand. I can see it as I can see the machinations behind it.
Sure.
Rather than it as an actual haunted house. Like I go through by myself. Or I go through with somebody and I'm like, oh, there's a jump scare. There's a jump scare. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. I can see how it works more than I treat it like an actual thing. When it's a little more immersed, especially with like headphones and shit like that. And they kind of distract you with the actual gameplay as well.
How do you not get immersed in a haunted house, though?
It's different. It's like, I know how the pancakes are made.
It's even more so you're more immersed in a haunted house.
Doesn't bother me. Now, when I go through by myself, if I don't have somebody there, it's a little like I'll get a little more scared with it. But for the most part, haunted houses don't bother me.
Wow.
I mean, I've been in some like really like I've done the ghost tour of Savannah and shit where it's like
that's the real shit.
Yeah, like some real creepy houses.
And
it's unsettling, but it wasn't as bad. And you're with a group too.
Sure. Like
if I was by myself in that basement of the what do they call it? The Sorrel Weed House. If you ever get a chance.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm already noping out of that one. You know I don't mess around with that shit.
Right. So it's a house in like the 1400s, I think. It's an old town.
Yeah.
And they bring you in there probably
Savannah has a lot of like ghost stores, right?
Yeah. Oh,
They're
yeah.
one of the oldest towns.
Yeah, it's really old. St. Augustine as well, which is the oldest town.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, like they take you there. It's from like 10:30, 11. You've been drinking a little. And, they tell you this story, and the fucking tour guide that we had, she had that broken poltergeist, that southern, oh, walk into the light, Caroline. She had that voice down to a science, an absolute science. You can still, like, we're driving by this house. And then she talks about how like kids were burned alive in it. Like sometimes you can still see their handprints on it on the, and you're like, oh God, woman, that's terrible. So you're sitting.
These were like actual true stories, right?
Yeah, I mean they're ghost stories, as true as
But like ghost stories, like they didn't make them up. It's like legend or lore.
Yeah, legend or lore. They're not making them up on the spot or anything like that. So, but you're sitting in this fucking couple 100-year-old basement, and the thing that really gets you is the smell. That's the thing that you rarely never see recreated anywhere else, and that really sells it. Like, especially for me, smell is a very powerful sensation. Like, people remember smells more than they will anything else. And it's this just musky, damp, old smell. And you can hear like the drips because it's a little leaky, and it's just a little, everything in it is just kind of damp. And you're in there and it's dark. She's talking about how there was like a Civil War battlefield here, and you can feel things like, if you stand perfectly still, sometimes people can feel themselves being pulled down by the ankles. And
then, of course, people start feeling that way.
Right. Yeah. It's very, it's very suggestive. And it's wonderfully well, like, and I get it. I get how it's done, but it's just so immersive because you're in it fully. You're fully immersed in it. Like everything you do, all the sights, all the like it caters to all 5 of your senses.
Sure.
And even your brain can buy most of it because it's actually a historical site. Yeah. Like there's just it just puts less objections in your way. Like for me, I'm a huge doubter of everything. That's just how I'm wired. Sure. I like seeing how things work. And even in that, I'm like, oh, she's clearly manipulating me to do this by using specific words. Yeah. But even with all that, I was like, this is still real fucking creepy. Like, and she plants just enough doubt. Like, Ghost Hunters was here, and they didn't say it was haunted, but they didn't say it wasn't. Sure. They said it was inconclusive. Right. And they don't get a lot of inconclusives, but it was inconclusive. And you're like, huh, all right. But yeah, so I love all of that. I love the psychology of being scared. And I love that I'm just a giant scaredy cat as well. Like, I love that. Like, it's a very tantalizing thing for me to recognize my clear failings in this, subject. Like I
love that I have no shame when it comes to being scared of stuff. Yeah. Because I guess it means I feel or I appreciate and value my life. I don't know. Yeah. But
I'm not dead inside.
It's fun. It's like a fun little burst of adrenaline too. When you're scared of something.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
I hate people who go to scary movies and be like, I don't feel anything. Because you're fucking dead inside.
It's like, but I mean, it's like that for any
scary movie or a Care Bear movie, and they feel nothing.
Yeah, like sad movies. Like that wasn't sad.
That wasn't sad.
Man, fuck you. That's sad.
I mean, that was an actress. She's not dead. I don't care.
I don't care.
But it was based on a true story. I don't fucking know that chick. I don't care.
I know Michelle Pfeiffer is still alive.
Right, exactly.
I know she is not actually dead.
Didn't she do 2 or 3 movies where she died?
I'm sure she did.
I don't know, something like that. Did you know that it has a VR experience?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
I might.
I've been staying away from it because I didn't want to see anything. Like I didn't want to.
You didn't want to see it.
I didn't want to see I didn't want any spoilers or any hints of what was going to happen. So I didn't know. I don't know where it's set in. I think it's maybe set in a house. One of the houses from the trailer.
Right. You want to see the movie and then you'll
I want to see the movie before I know too much because I'm sick of knowing too much.
Yeah.
And I'm done with it. So they have this VR experience. I don't know much about it, but I can only imagine
how fucking awful it is.
Up it's gonna be.
No,
can you imagine walking down the stairs and then seeing that clown rise from the water?
No.
With Georgie sitting right there in his galoshes and his yellow raincoat. Yep. Yep. It's gonna be good.
I'm there in my brain now, and I don't like it.
It's gonna be good. It's middle of the day. The lights are on.
I still don't like it.
Good to go. Your dog's here. Your dog will protect you.
That dog is more of a coward than I am.
But at least she'll bark.
That is my Scooby. Right there. That is the Scooby to my Shaggy.
There's your Halloween costume.
That thing will run away quicker than I will.
Yeah.
Only by virtue of it has more legs.
Seriously, I'm surprised you guys haven't done that yet. You should have gone as Shaggy and Scooby.
No, I'm far too fat and that dog is far too gray. Don't nobody want a fat Shaggy.
Well, if anything, maybe you could be Scooby and the dog can be. That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Oh,
just you wearing jeans and shirt, just a collar, just a Scooby collar.
God, I am so not into this at all. And I would just like to say, I don't think the rest of the world would be into it either.
No. Well, you'd be surprised.
No,
people like laughing.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh man,
That was well done, by the way. You'd be surprised. People like laughing. Like you just kind of floated that one and then just like thread the needle in that. That was
from the best.
That was well done. Well done.
We talked a little bit. So we talked a little bit about not spoiling stuff, and
hold on. We always talk a little bit about not spoiling stuff.
We do, but we were talking about like not, obviously I didn't want to watch the It VR because I didn't want to spoil too much. Well, we talked last week about, or was it 2 weeks ago, about Rian Johnson and Mark Hamill saying, look, there's going to be a huge marketing blitz for Star Wars. Wait for 8.
Yeah.
Well, this past Friday was Force Friday. All the
toys.
It was Force Friday.
What's Force Friday?
You don't know this?
No.
They did it for The Force Awakens, where Force Friday was like the first Friday in September.
Friday.
They released all of the fucking toys
and shit. Wow.
And merchandise and all the books.
The
and
real
shit.
money from the movie is
where
made.
the real money from the movie is made. Yes, all the merchandising. Yes, they released all the merchandising and with it like packaging and names and little descriptions and things like that. So that was this past Friday, Force Friday. Now you go to Target and there's Last Jedi shit everywhere. You can see what costumes people are wearing, everything. I did my best to stay away. Yeah.
But I just don't go to Target. It's easier.
Well, it's not even Target. It's everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere. I've got pop-up ads coming.
Really?
Like I can't stop it. I cannot shut it off unless I completely just do not touch my phone, do not go on the interwebs. I don't go anywhere.
You got to get you some of them ad blockers.
Seriously, you're not going to be able to go to like Walgreens or Walmart or even I don't know, a bookstore. Name it. You can't go there because there's Star Wars Last Jedi stuff everywhere.
Wow.
So like there's speculation on all kinds of stuff because of things that are on the packages that probably shouldn't be there that give stuff away.
Right.
I can't deal. Now there's like there's my kid like texts me. He's like, "Did you see any of the new toys?" I was like, "No, dude. I'm staying away from. I already know too much."
Right.
I know there's more.
Man, I didn't even know that this existed.
You didn't? So you're completely like you haven't seen anything.
No.
How did you avoid it all weekend?
I don't shop.
What did you do this weekend?
I drank
But
a little.
you are on the internet, and you visit some of the same shit that I do. So I mean, that's how I see this shit.
I don't actually. So I've sworn off like Ain't It Cool and Hollywood Reporter and stuff like that.
I haven't been on Ain't It Cool in years because it's not cool anymore.
Well, so the answer is no.
No is the answer. Yeah,
no is the answer.
Ain't it cool?
Nah. Nope. But no, I don't go to any of it at all. Occasionally, like. Some of the Hollywood Reporter stuff will come up and I'll like read some of the articles, but I go to more aggregators than the actual sites.
I don't even go to the sites. I follow them all on Facebook.
Yeah, I'd say I don't follow any of them on Facebook. I don't,
Well, then how do you stay plugged in?
We talked about this.
Reddit?
I use a lot of Reddit. I use a lot of stuff like that, Some of the Facebook stuff will come through naturally in my entertainment news feed. It knows what I like in the little entertainment news section. I'll get some of that, but no, for the most part, and if I see something like Game of Thrones, everybody loves talking about Game of Thrones, but I'm really good about just scrolling past and not clicking through into stuff that I think would be
I do that
good.
Too.
Right. But yeah, no, I didn't even know about Force Friday. I didn't even know it existed.
Shit. Well.
Keep your fucking slow claps to yourself, sir.
You win, sir. You win.
But I'm not trying to. No, it's not even that I figured it out. It's just I wasn't trying to figure it out.
Sure.
It's just I was ignorant, and I guess that's good. I feel like it's working. Whatever I'm not doing is working.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
here's the thing.
Teach me how to not do stuff.
Well, but I don't have a kid either, and that's the thing. I'm not forced to do a lot of the stuff where I don't go to I don't have to go to Walmart, and if I do, I never go by the toy section.
Sure.
I go and I get my fucking fruits and vegetables. Or
well, fuck, I didn't even go by the toy section. As soon as you walk in, there's fucking signs.
Yeah.
They put it up on their ads. They've got a board at Target where they put their weekly ad up.
Do they?
Yeah.
I haven't been to Target in weeks.
Yeah, they put an ad up on there. It's every time you go in there.
Yeah.
Their little lobby section in between both of their doors.
Yeah.
Look to the wall.
I don't want to now.
And there's something hanging. Well, no, don't do it now. but after this, all this Force Friday shit goes away. After you see The Last Jedi, there's a board that has all their weekly ad.
No.
It was right there. They have a big fucking stormtrooper that looks different than what I've seen before, and I don't need to know who he is or what that means or why he's wearing that particular color.
Wow.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
I haven't. I don't
need to buy shit. Look, it's September. We got 4 fucking months before the movie comes out.
You know where I go?
It's actually 3.
I go to Publix. You know who doesn't sell like damn near any Star Wars stuff whatsoever?
I guarantee you will go to Publix and there will be something there that you will not want to see.
Well,
because they sell the grocery bags.
That's true, but unless Publix starts sponsoring chicken or Star Wars starts sponsoring cuts of chicken, I think we're going to be okay.
I would take that bet. I guarantee you will see something Star Wars.
The Boba
The
Fett
Last Jedi
tenderloin coming at you from the jaws of the Sarlacc pit. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Boba Fett is not dead. It's on the tenderloin.
Lightsaber cut chicken breast.
Right. It's seared on one side. Fuck. No, dude, I haven't seen any of it.
Oh man, force fried fish.
Force fried fish. Oh God. Oh, you know what? Humanely force choked chicken.
Oh Jesus Christ. No.
Darth Vader individually picks up each chicken and does the little pinchy things in front of it. And that's how you know. It's whatever the...
That's not humane.
It's whatever the Jedi version of kosher or halal is. You only force choke animals to death.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry for the lone vegetarian that is never going to listen to this.
I was going to say, well, that one vegan we had that was listening.
Yeah, sorry.
They're gone now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's it. It's force halal. It's Jedi halal.
I mean, they are a super religious cult, if you will.
Yeah, no,
you know?
I wouldn't say they're a cult. They're religion, and they have I'm sure they have their own dietary practices.
Yeah,
they clearly frown upon you picking up fruit with the Force and feeding it to some lady.
That's not true.
Yeah, come on, man. That was like an episode 1 joke.
No, I got it.
They frown upon it.
It was who frowned upon it?
Master.
I think you're mixing two things up.
Was it 2?
So
it might have been
one,
2.
It was Jar Jar who was like eating the fruit with his fucking tongue.
No, it was episode 2.
And Qui-Gon was like, no, don't do that. And the second, yeah, that's right. The
Yeah.
second one, it was Padme and Anakin. And,
yeah, he's like,
and Anakin's like, if Obi-Wan caught me doing this, he'd be very grumpy.
Very grumpy.
That was an awful delivery,
God.
as was most of his deliveries.
His delivery was grumpy. Oh God, and how terrible that CGI fruit was too.
It was how terrible CGI was. Period in those movies.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So I finally finished watching Clone Wars.
Again.
I actually skipped like a lot of episodes. The end of season 5 was like, actually season 5 was the best season because there wasn't a lot of war going on. It was just a lot of good storytelling.
Good.
And then they got to the end of season 5 where Ahsoka's framed for blowing up the temple.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, we're in spoiler territory, by the way.
Yeah, we're in whatever. I mean,
spoiler-ish, yes.
Spoiler-ish. It's been years and they've moved on. Whatever.
It's fine.
But like I remember, and we talked about it on the show before, but I remember like really hating Ahsoka when she was first introduced, and now like I fucking love her. Like, can we get an Ahsoka movie?
Oh, you think so?
I want I love Obi-Wan. I want an Obi-Wan movie. Han Solo movie, fine. Boba Fett, Yoda, whatever. Fuck all of that. Just give me an Ahsoka movie.
Really?
Absolutely, because she's so fucking awesome. And in a world where Disney is trying to push more female heroine Star Wars characters and Star Wars led or female led Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Give me an Ahsoka movie.
Really?
Starring Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. Because damn, that would be good.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see it. I like Rosario Dawson.
Man, it would be so good.
Yeah.
She just kicks ass.
She does kind of.
She's got like now she's got like the double white lightsabers.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, on
Rebels.
Have you watched that?
I haven't.
So I'm watching that. Well, I mean, I've started watching that, but I'm on like season 3, the newest season, and it's like pretty badass.
Yeah.
Like it's all kind of, it's really weird how Rebels is really kind of bringing it all together, bringing the Clone Wars. It's a really good bridge between the shitty prequels, the kind of cool Clone Wars series, and then the original trilogy and Rogue One and all that.
All the other stuff they're bringing together.
Yeah. It was really good.
Cool.
So I was watching Clone Wars. And then I watched, because I told you I'm starting from the beginning and watching like everything like in order.
Yep.
Right? So I watched Clone Wars, I watched episode 3, and I texted you the other day and I said, Mace Windu is completely responsible for the downfall of the Republic and the rise of the Empire.
I said, we need to talk about this on the show.
You did. I don't know if we have time to talk about this in depth.
I'm really curious to hear your theory, and I think we have some. We got to check time.
There's something that always bothered me about the Mace Windu character. Like, it was Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, who's badass.
It's because he's old. Are you ageist?
No, because I'm old.
Yeah, no.
I mean, not as old as you, but I'm old.
Fuck you.
So I'm watching it, and every time I watch it, like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And he's always the one who jumps to conclusion, or doesn't believe, or doesn't trust. And that's very un-Jedi-like. Think about the episode 1. I do not think the Sith would return without us knowing. You pompous asshole. Like, be open to it. Even Yoda says, you know what? The dark side clouds a lot of stuff, so it's possible, you know? Qui-Gon's like, we met a Sith. We fought a Sith. The dude was trained in the Jedi arts. He was he had the red lightsaber.
Right.
Who else has a red lightsaber? I mean,
Right.
now we know a lot of other people do.
Right.
But who else has a red lightsaber?
Right.
A fucking Sith.
Right.
And Mace Windu's like, nah, we would know because we're the Jedi. We're fucking awesome.
Wow.
Right?
So
then they bring Anakin to him, and Mace is like, no, you're not going to train the boy. Fuck you. Right? Fuck you.
All right.
So then you go to episode 2. And he really doesn't trust. He doesn't trust Anakin.
Okay.
And he doesn't, there's just something wrong, right? And then who is the first Jedi to take the head off of somebody? Who's the first Jedi to make a kill?
Mace
Windu.
Yeah.
The whole time they're preaching, we don't kill, we don't fight, we don't do that.
Boom.
But I will cut motherfucker's head off if you come at me. How Jedi is that? That is not Jedi.
I'm going to float a theory about that right now.
Go ahead.
I think that's probably just Samuel L. Jackson going, look, I'm going to cut a motherfucker's head off.
I know, but therein lies the problem as well. Come on.
I'm
George
Samuel
Lucas.
L. Jackson. I want to cut a motherfucker's head off.
Like, Samuel Jackson's like, hey, I want a purple lightsaber. He got a purple lightsaber.
Yeah.
George Lucas, say fucking no. Like, is this your world or what? Like, it is. Star Wars is George Lucas's world, and Samuel L. Jackson's is just Jedi in it. Yeah. So why can't he say no?
Yeah.
He didn't.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Okay. I think that's what it seemed like to me. Right. Like,
so yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, dude, he just chopped a guy's head off. That's so badass," and it was.
It is.
It was awesome.
It is.
He had the fucking purple lightsaber.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep.
So then you're watching the Clone Wars.
Yep.
And there's more and more and more of that. More of like, they're just like, he just doesn't trust Anakin, and he doesn't believe in this, and he doesn't believe in that. And there's a point where Qui-Gon talks to Yoda.
Right.
Because this is all Force coming back as a Force ghost.
Yes.
Qui-Gon is the one who kind of and this is alluded to in, I think, episode 3.
Yes.
Qui-Gon is and they actually take the Clone Wars and they're able to, explain what that means.
Yes.
So that 30-second interaction between Yoda and Obi-Wan where it's, really, really just awkward, right?
Yeah. Really, shoehorned in a bunch of stuff.
They spend 3 or 4 episodes in the Clone Wars explaining that, which is great.
Yep.
So there's a point where Yoda hears Qui-Gon and is talking to Qui-Gon, and up to this point, the Jedi are like, we can't do that. Once you die, you're gone. There's no coming back. But Qui-Gon can talk to you.
Yeah.
So they don't know if Yoda is this can't be true. This isn't what we know. But what about what we don't know? There might be a lot of things that we don't know.
Right.
And once again, Mace Windu is like, no, we know all.
Yeah.
I think we need to keep an eye on Yoda. Yoda's going crazy. So let's just keep an eye on Yoda. That's what it is. Mace Windu doesn't believe. He's not open to it. He's even Yoda's trying to teach Anakin, I think there's more to the Force than what we know. We should always keep our minds open. And Anakin's like, yeah, I can see that. You're probably right.
Yeah.
But Mace Windu's like, nope.
We got it.
We're going to lock Yoda up. We're going to put some Force guards on Yoda. And then what does Yoda have to do? Yoda has to go to Anakin to break him out so he can go to Dagobah.
Yep.
And go to the cave and have all this stuff and learn all these things.
Yep.
Because Dagobah apparently is really strong with the Force.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that they don't talk about in the movies.
Yep.
Fast forward to episode 3, right? Anakin comes to Mace and says, the Chancellor is the guy that we're looking for.
Yep.
Anakin and the Chancellor are talking to each other. Anakin had every chance, every opportunity not to turn him in.
Yep.
But what's the first thing Anakin does? Goes to the Jedi, turns him in.
Snitches get stitches.
Right, because it's the Jedi way not to kill people. They're going to bring him in.
Yep.
Right? They're going to put him on trial. They're going to get to the bottom of it.
Yep.
But what does Mace Windu do? Nope, I don't trust you. If you stay here, you'll earn my trust. Goes, starts fighting the fucking Sith.
Right.
Then what happens? Anakin breaks in, sees the Chancellor, a.k.a. the Emperor, fighting with Mace Windu. And Mace Windu's just like, he's too dangerous to live. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Right.
But what does Anakin do? Fucking chops his arm off.
Yep.
If Mace Windu was more like Yoda and would just shut the fuck up, opened his mind a little bit, probably would never have... The Emperor probably would have never overthrown the Jedi.
Yep.
There'd be no fall of the Republic.
Yep.
And we never have the Empire. That's my theory.
That's a real, like, Kane Hackman type of theory. I like
Right?
it.
Right? That's what happens when you watch a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah, you've really just gone into a deep dive there. That wasn't bad.
Because it was one of those things where, like, it just kind of, it kept coming up. Like, every time he was on screen, it was like, this guy isn't like a regular Jedi.
Well, I mean, but that's his job, though. That's how he serves the story. Like, you always need that one, like, there's always this extreme version of good. This, like, to call it in, like, a Dungeons & Dragons scale, there's always that lawful good, that rigid, unflexible, like, what I know is good and what isn't what I know bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, and that's the version of it where, you know, like, I've seen it talked about in different storytelling things. It's the difference between when you believe you're so good that you start to believe that you're better than everybody else. And that's when it starts to falter. That's when, you know, the selfishness comes in. That's when all, you know, but in storytelling, it's a very important character to have. You know, it's that rigid, unflexible, unbending knowledge that, you know, that the young upstarts fight against, you know, because you're the old guard and you're wrong. And if they weren't wrong, then there would be, you know, there'd be no conflict. You need it's that internal conflict that usually honestly happens in like a religious setting.
Sure.
Like it's traditionally,
well, the
you know,
Jedi are religious.
Right. You know, but you usually see like, you know, the young upstart priest and then, you know, the cardinal that's just, no, it's this way and no other because this is what we know and I'm scared of change and, you know, I'm comfortable in this you know, that's the archetype of it, you know, and I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. I think it's a sound, you know, he really is like his rigidity and unflexible nature really caused him to do,
which goes against the Jedi teachings too. That was the other thing. Like I'm picking up on all these like Jedi teachings and what they're telling and being mindful of your feelings and reaching out with your whatever and, you know, just all this bullshit. But he was just like, no. That's not how we do it. No. Stop it.
Bad
Jedi.
Bad Anakin.
Bad bounty hunter coming at me and chop your head off.
Oh.
But like, think about it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I dig.
So, I mean, like, it's just, and I hear what you're saying. Like, you're right. Without the ultimate good, which is, I guess, like, ultimately the story of Star Wars, like, you have one that's really, really good and then one that's really, really bad. And, you know, we all have to live in the middle there.
Yeah.
That's like the key. That's why Anakin is like, you know, the one who brings balance. That's the balance of the Force. You have to have the good and the bad to have the balance. But, you know, I know you need that character, but he was just like anti-Jedi. Like, if you think about it.
I mean, it really... And again,
I wouldn't be surprised to see Mace Windu pop back up in these later movies as like a fucking villain.
Yeah,
maybe he was the surprise Sith.
The surprise Sith. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha. I mean, and again, since we're firmly in reasonable spoiler territory, like I love how they brought back Darth Maul.
Dude, he is great in Rebels.
Oh, he's in Rebels too?
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
They bring him back. He's pretty good in Rebels.
Dude, his run in
Clone Wars
is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Just absolutely, like, you're just rooting for him. You really are.
You really were. Yeah.
You're really rooting for, you know, and I love that he's this, like, chaotic third party. And and that was my favorite part about it. He wasn't there, and he wasn't a separatist, and he wasn't he was just his own thing, and he was carving his own little niche in his own little part of the fucking galaxy, and you're like, fuck yes, Darth Maul.
Yep.
Fuck yes.
There's more of that in Rebels. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, he has, again, he's not a good guy.
No.
He's very much, you know, force of evil, but he's not a Sith.
No, yeah.
And he's
he
very
and Ventress both.
Ventress, yeah. Ventress, I think, actually has the redeeming qualities, though.
Yeah,
and she's another one that could show back up. Like I would like have like an awesome like Ahsoka Ventress team up movie.
Oh yeah,
that would be awesome.
Actually,
Ventress doesn't.
I would love an Obi Ventress team up movie.
If Ventress, what would be great if Ventress showed up in the Obi-Wan movie.
Oh, dude,
that would be great because she's not dead.
Yeah,
she's not. She wasn't. They didn't kill. That was the thing about Clone Wars is that they left a lot of characters just kind of floating out there.
Yeah.
Which like I appreciate because Ahsoka coming back for Rebels was great.
Yeah.
Worked out really, really well. And obviously Darth Maul coming back was great. Although they kind of, I don't know. Star Wars, you can have anybody come back. You can do anything with the extended universe.
Yeah.
That's what's great about Star Wars is that you can have anything happen.
Yeah, you can write your way through some things.
Thrawn is in season 3 here.
I knew that.
I'm sure you should watch Rebels.
I'm going to watch Rebels.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is not a. I've watched a couple of the episodes,
the early ones.
Yeah, and I really, really, really liked it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. They do a better job of being like a good in between adult and kid show.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of, it's almost like the movies where it's like the humor is could go either way. Like they've got some like stupid kid humor.
Yeah.
The droids and stuff.
Sure.
And then they have what the drama and the struggle and all the stuff that appeals to the adults and the geeky kids.
Sure.
So,
no, that makes perfect sense.
Whereas Clone Wars I felt was more of an adult show. Not an adult show, but not really for younger kids.
It was aged up.
It wouldn't grab the younger kids' attention.
No.
Whereas this one has bright colors, like orange is like usually is like the main color hue of the show, and then they've got the silly fucking droid who has arms out of his head.
Right, yeah.
And then they've got all the aliens and bright colors. I think Rebels kind of grabs the kids' attention more. You can actually sit them down in front of the television with their toys, and they can look up every once in a while. Where Clone Wars came out when Jordan was really little, and he checked out of it. He wasn't really into it at all.
No, I mean, but it's like Clone Wars has a very, I don't want to say an adult feel. I think but it's got you have to know some things about some things.
It's aged up. You're right.
Yeah, it's aged up. Like, I mean, it starts with this like very World War II newsreel feel. Like all the episodes start. This is what happened previously. Anakin has taken over a ship. We join them now. In progress. You know what I mean? Like it has that, allies storm the beach in sub-Sahara Africa.
Yeah, that's how they all started.
Yeah. Actually, Starship Troopers was a wonderful, wonderful setup of that. And that's...
Would you like to know more?
Would you like to know more? Do your part. Stomp out some bugs. That's what it is. Like it was really just which is why that movie is good. Like, that's the really good part of that movie. Casper Van Dien acting is not as good.
No, he was, like, for that movie, I think it was fitting.
Now, I will say, though, I will watch anything with Michael Ironsides in it. Any fucking movie with Michael Ironsides in it. You're looking at me puzzlingly, like, who's Michael Ironsides? Or is Michael Ironsides in that movie? Which question are you asking?
Both.
He is the teacher that becomes the roughneck leader with the arm in Starship Troopers.
Oh, yes. Okay, I was thinking of, what's his face from Avatar? I thought you were getting Stephen Lang mixed up with Clancy Brown, which disappointed me.
No. Stephen Lang and Clancy Brown are two different people.
Yeah, but
Clancy Brown, who also voiced Darth Maul's brother.
Yes, and he actually does a voice in Rebels now, too.
Does it? Nice.
Well, for a brief one. I thought you were getting those two confused, and I was really disappointed in you for a second.
Nope.
Okay, but Michael Ironside, yes, I remember who he is.
Yes.
Total Recall.
Yep.
Yes, I got you.
Yep.
He's great. I mean, but again, it's kind of cheesy acting. That's why he's in all the cheesy movies.
Yeah, no, I get it. Fucking, but it's great. Like, but that's like you fucking, hey, Michael Ironside's in a movie. I'm in. What is it? Don't care. Let's watch it.
Right.
Let's watch some fucking Michael Ironside's movies. I love it.
I love me some Michael Ironsides. Is he still alive?
I think so.
Does he work anymore?
He was doing I think it's Sam Fisher. There's a Tom Clancy game. It's not Rainbow Six. It's something, and I'm blanking, and it's embarrassing. The three-eyed goggle, like stealth operator guy that you play through all those. He voiced
Oh, really?
Those. Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean,
so he's doing some voiceover stuff.
yeah. Oh, he does a lot of
Yeah, he
voiceover.
does a
He's
lot
got
of
that voice. Same
does.
thing. Clancy Brown,
Brown's another
same
one.
way.
Clancy Brown does a good job of hiding his voice, though. He can do different voices within his own voice.
Fucking Mr. Krabs is Clancy Brown.
You know how long it took me to realize that was Clancy Brown?
Oh my god!
Like that was fucking Clancy Brown.
Like Lex Luthor and Mr. Krabs.
That was
same
Shawshank Guard will throw you off the fucking roof.
Yes, Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
Hey there, boyo.
I would love to hear him read.
I would like
some
to
of those
watch
lines.
him read it.
Watch him read those lines as Mr. Crab.
Yes.
Oh my god! Have you seen any of those videos of like oh man, like they got the guys who voiced the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to read something? Oh, like a Seinfeld episode.
Oh, I've seen a lot of those. Yeah.
So you've seen those?
Yeah.
Oh man, they're fucking great.
Well,
or like when Mark Hamill reads like Heath Ledger's Joker's lines, or they got Kevin Conroy.
Oh yeah.
To do the final what was it? No, they didn't get.
No, he did the speech from.
Yeah, he did the speech from Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
The final one.
The one where he has to run away.
Yeah, exactly. You'll hunt me, you'll condemn me, and all that stuff. Yeah,
You'll hunt me, you'll condemn me.
It was great. So great. I love like all those voiceover guys doing other things. I love mashups.
Yeah, well, the one I posted when we worked at the media company, where they did this was the first time I'd ever seen them. So basically, they read the first act of Star Wars. And it's like all these famous VO people, like you'll know them when you see them. And each scene they switch out characters. So there's a moderator that says, okay, you read it as Twilight Sparkle, you read C-3PO as the Jerry Seinfeld impression, and every scene they switch up characters.
Right.
So you get like the Christopher Walken R2D2 bleep.
Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Bloop. Yeah. Bleep. I'll repost it.
Please do, because I don't know what you're talking about.
You have no idea?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh my god, it's absolute. And they have Kevin Conroy read all the scene directions as Batman.
Really?
Yeah. And so the whole thing starts with opening crawl. It has been.
Does he read the opening crawl?
Yes. He reads the fucking opening crawl, but he also starts it off with opening crawl because that's part of the stage. Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, you gotta post it again. I gotta see that.
Oh, dude,
that's great. I've never seen that. Is Tara Strong in that too?
Tara Strong is in it.
I love her.
Yeah, he's down.
There's somebody who doesn't. There's somebody who does not have the face of a voiceover actress.
Yeah.
She should be on camera.
Yeah,
like all the time. She's not young either.
No,
She's not young. She's not Helen Mirren young, but she's young.
She's. Anything else you'd
Notice
like to
how I tried not to say old.
Yeah, that's. Any other Tara Strong things you'd like to objectify?
I'm not objectifying her. I'm complimenting the way that she has talent.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! I can't even look at you right now. I cannot even.
Is she or is she not talented?
I'm a huge fan of her voiceover work.
I am a huge fan of her voiceover work. She does a lot of different things. She's another one. She can voice 100 million different things.
Yeah,
and you never know.
Well, and I love how she plays up how she looks too. She'll be like, "You think I'm hot? Well, I voice a 10-year-old boy."
Yeah,
and she'll do that voice, and you're like, "Oh,
when she does Timmy Turner."
Yeah,
oh,
Timmy
my goodness.
Turner.
Yes. That's hilarious. I've seen that. I've seen her do that. It makes me laugh so hard.
It's so good.
Oh man,
it's so fucking good. I am such a huge fan.
She's really good friends with. I follow her on Instagram, and I see her post stuff with the chick who plays Tommy Pickles from Rugrats.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember her name, but she was like on Friends once. She had a guest spot on Friends. What the fuck was her name?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Oh man, I forget.
We don't have time. We don't have time to find out. We're running out of time.
Are you sure? Because it looks like we do have time.
Oh no, dude, we don't have any time.
Looks like we have plenty of time for you to look.
All right, I'll look at it.
Otherwise, what's the point of sitting here in front of the computer when you can't utilize it?
Fine.
Although, we say, "Oh, I don't know who that is," and we just skip over that stuff a lot. And I hear that people scream at their whatever they're listening to us on when we get something wrong. Elizabeth Daily?
Yep. Tommy Pickles, Elizabeth Daily.
That is her name. Yeah, that's her right there. Elizabeth Daily. So, yeah, so she's really good friends with Elizabeth Daily, who also does a lot of voiceover work.
Who's the girl on that show? Mustard? What's her name?
Which one?
Oh no, I was
Rugrats?
thinking. No, I wasn't thinking of Rugrats. I was thinking of Doug.
Oh, Patty Mayonnaise.
Patty Mayonnaise.
Mustard.
Julie Mustard, Patty Mayonnaise. I don't fucking know. Anyways, that's Yoga Jones on Orange is the New Black.
Yoga Jones.
Patty Mayonnaise is Yoga Jones.
Yoga Jones.
The skinny yoga teacher on.
I don't watch it.
Oh, dude.
I told you I gave up that show after the first season.
Oh, dude, it's so good. Oh, I also started watching Glow as
how is
well.
it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really fucking good. We'll talk about it on the next episode.
I need to watch it.
I'm almost done with the whole season.
Okay.
So
give me a couple weeks. Let me watch it.
all
and
right,
we'll
all
talk
right.
about
Okay, I'm in.
it. Like there's just too much. I gotta watch.
I know. I understand. Sometimes you just got to power through some shit.
I know. I'm trying and still can't fit the Godfather in
You
there.
still cannot fit the Godfather.
People cannot get over that.
Though I've just never seen I should just power through the Godfather.
I need to watch it too. People just cannot get over the fact that we have not watched Godfather. You know what? We'll watch Godfather. Maybe we'll talk about it on the next show.
We should just record ourselves watching the Godfather.
You know what we should do? We should live tweet the Godfather.
Oh my god.
That would be great. Oh, you know what? We should record an audio accompaniment
of us watching
watching Godfather for the first time.
I think it would be great.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that next time.
All right. So we'll be back next week.
Maybe. Like, follow, share, do all that stuff.
Yeah. High five us.
High five us. We'll see you next time.